Hi guys, it's Alexa with Team Ignition, and Emma is running a little late, so she's going to get on in a little bit. But I am going to kick off our call today. Just a reminder to you guys that you can ask questions for us, and there's a little sidebar just like the last call. So if you guys have any questions during the call, go ahead and put them in there, and I will be sure to answer them for you. So first of all, I hope you guys are all super excited about Insanity Max 30 being released today. I don't know if you guys are all in Team Fit Revolution, but you know, Lauren just posted something that's really, really important when it comes to new programs. And it's that it's really good for you guys to get the program, even if you don't plan on doing it yourself all the way through. So, you know, to get the program and, you know, do each of the workouts on your own is good, because then you can start talking about it. You can let people know, you know, how it is. You can give them your firsthand experience. And, you know, especially with Insanity Max 30, because it's just going to be such a, I mean, it's a huge launch. It's a really major program that Beachbody's offering. And so, you know, I really think that it's important for you guys to get it if you can. So definitely do your best to try and get that, because it's huge. You know, Carl said it was record breaking, I think, when he posted today, which is awesome because, you know, when the 21-day fix came out, it was humongous. Like, they had gone on back order 2 different times. And I don't know about you guys, but it definitely, you know, I know that Emma can vouch for this as well, that our businesses just took off after the 21-day fix was launched. So it's huge, and definitely take advantage of this, especially because we're heading into the time of the year where everybody is saying yes. There are, you know, so many objections that we get. Hold on, Emma's texting me. Time of year, sorry, I'm getting lost my train of thought. This is the time of the year where people are saying yes. You know, people have objections, but really, you know, the holidays and leading into the new year is going to be the time of year where, you know, people are finally saying yes, and they're finally going to be like, okay, I'm ready to do it. So, sorry, hold on, I'm trying to get Emma. Okay, but so yeah, utilize this. Sorry, utilize the launch, and you know, start talking about it if you haven't already, because it's really has the power to completely transform your business, and you know, especially leading into the new year, which is what we are talking about today on our call. And I think Emma's finally getting on. I'm gonna wait. Let's see. There you are. Let me unmute you. Are you muted?
Yeah, I muted myself.
Oh, there you are. Okay, cool. I just was talking about Max 30 and how we can utilize it to, you know, finish the year strong and go into 2015 and just really like use it to catapult your business. So that's all I really said.
Where is everyone?
There's 13 viewers. We'll have to do it next time where we can invite them, because we have to invite them on our end so that they can be seen.
Oh, okay.
We're running a little behind today, so.
Yeah.
But yeah. Let me see. Okay, so I was basically just saying, yeah, utilize Max 30 because it's a huge launch. You know, Carl said, you know, it has the potential to sell out, and so, you know, this is a really big program, and it's going to have the potential to change your business as we go into 2015, which is what we're talking about on the call today, how to finish the year strong. So, so yeah, Emma and I kind of came up with a couple of action steps and things that you should be doing consistently through the end of the year, really into next year, to really move your business forward. So, we're going to go over those things. So take notes, and, you know, a lot of the stuff you already know, a lot of the stuff we tell you every day, but now more than ever, I feel like it's super important to really do these things, because it's just going to set you up for success as we go into, you know, the new year, when people are finally saying yes. So, so yeah, the first one is to create a contact list. So, and Emma specifically says we should, well, you can talk about it if you want, creating the list of 100 names, writing down everybody that you know, and you know, putting everybody's name on a list that you have on your computer. So, because working from a list is going to be so important when, you know, when it comes times like this, where, say, like, maybe you have people be T25 and you had kept them on your list and you talked to them before. Now, you know, Max 30 came out. Okay, now I have a huge list of people right there in front of me that I can go to and invite for Max 30. So keeping a list is just going to help you in the future down the line so much, in so many different ways. And it's really important. If you haven't done it already, you should get started on that now. You want to add on to that?
And that's another one of the assignments in the training, the 14-day training. So it's one of the videos is we focus on creating your list. And so for this month, focus on like 10 to 20 people and just connect with them and like build relationships with them. Start planting seeds now. That's why we want you to make a contact list, because it's really good for planting those seeds, because I can tell you the people that are joining our teams are our challenge groups, are people we've talked to, you know, for the last year. So, you know, planting seeds and doing that now, because that's going to gear up and get ready for the new year when they're ready, you know, because they might not be ready right now.
Mm-hmm. For sure. And so when we say, like, create a contact list, I really think the most important stuff to write down is, like, people's name, their email, or if you're talking to them through Facebook, you could put down Facebook too. And then if you know a program they're interested in, like maybe they message you and say, hey, I'm interested in 21-Day Fix, or there's people that you know that you've talked to before who have been interested about a program, put down what program they're interested in, and put down a follow-up date. That's the most important part, you know, I think, of your contact list, because, you know, as you talk to people, some people might say, you know, I'm not ready this month, but I would love to hear about, you know, if you have a group starting, you know, next month, I'd be interested. So having a follow-up date, you can put their, you can put the date down there, so maybe it's January 1st or something, and you can then see, okay, I need to follow up with her on January 1st, and you can see everyone that that you need to follow up with, and you can keep just like a running list, and you'll always know when to come back and talk to people, because, you know, following up is most important, you know, a huge important part of, you know, what we do, and that's another one of the new steps, or one of the steps that we have for finishing the year strong, is following up. If you don't do this, you are like missing the boat with your business, you guys. Following up is so incredibly important. Why? Because it sometimes takes 3, 4, 5 different times when you invite people, or, you know, when you invite them to a program, for them to finally commit. So if you're not following up with them, then you're just missing the boat, and you're missing an opportunity to help people. So, you know, just because people tell you, I know this was something that I struggled with when I first started with my business. You know, people would say, you know, I don't have the money right now, or no, I'm not ready right now. And sometimes, like, I would spend a long time building a relationship with people for them to tell me no, and I used to take that personally. But you have to know that the majority of people are probably going to tell you no, right, you know, the first time. It takes people a couple times of talking to you about it until they commit. So if you don't have a follow-up date, if you don't follow up with them consistently, then you're just, it's a missed opportunity. So, Emma, do you have anything to add about following up?
Yeah, just think about how long it took you to get started, too. Like, that's what I always go off of. You know, when people say no to me, I always relate back to, okay, how long did it take for me to get started and for me to commit to starting this challenge group with my coach? So just always think of, you know, your journey, too.
For sure. So, yeah, following up is so key. And so you need to be, really working on following up with people every day. Um, it all depends on how many people you talk to, but like I said, once you get that contact list built, then you'll know who to follow up with every day. But, you need to constantly be doing it and constantly be reaching out to people because you never know when they're going to be ready. And, it just needs to be something that you're consistently doing with your business. So following up and creating a contact list. Another thing that you should be doing, third thing, is connecting every day. So everyone knows like the first five of the 3 vital behaviors, invite, invite, invite. We kind of wanted to change this to connect, connect, connect. So how can you connect with people? You should be connecting with people every single day. So what does that mean? It means expanding your network. So you should be adding, 2 to 3 new Facebook friends a day, 2 to 3 new Instagram followers a day. You need to be just starting new conversations every day. And so, what does that mean? That doesn't mean you need to go out there and message people, hey, I have a challenge group, do you want to join? It means, you see people on your newsfeed or people that maybe you haven't talked to in a while, and you shoot them a message and say, hey, I just saw your Christmas pictures with Santa. They're so cute. How are you and the kids doing? That kind of stuff. Just start genuine conversations and start them every day. Multiple of them every day. Because if you're always connecting, always expanding your network, and always talking to new people and starting new conversations, then, that is just more people that you're able to help. Because, how the conversation works, people eventually will say, what have you been up to? And you can let them know, like, oh, I'm a health and fitness coach now, and I'm really loving it. I'm doing this program, or, I'm starting to run these challenge groups, and I really love them, or whatever. You can start talking about what you do as a coach. It'll come up naturally in conversation. But you just need to always make it a priority to start new conversations and continue to expand your network. If you're not doing those things, then your business isn't going to grow. So make sure that you're connecting with people every day. And it's just, making friends, really. That's what it is. Starting conversations, talking to people, and making friends. That's how you connect. Emma, do you have anything to add to that? Connecting, all that stuff?
I think you said it pretty well. I mean, I think connecting is important because you want to connect with someone really before you invite them. Personally, for me, I usually invite someone that I haven't talked to, like, about Beachbody, but I've, like, been building a connection with, to, like, a 5-day free clean eating first. And then in there, that way I use that as a tool to invite to my challenge group. So I think that's another great way, to just have that connection and say, hey, I'm running a free 5-day clean eating. I totally thought of you and would love to have you a part of it. If it's something you're not interested in now, no worries, but just thought I would let you know that I was starting it on January 10th, whatever. And, from there they can say, oh, no, I'm okay, or, yeah, I would love that, And, I mean, really, who's going to deny a free 5-day clean eating challenge? Because a lot of people want to know and learn how to eat healthy. So it's a great way to get them in a challenge group, to get them to see, what challenge groups are all about, because a lot of people don't know what they are. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. That's awesome. I actually get a lot of people asking me that question, like, what does invite mean? Does that mean I need to be inviting everyone in my challenge group? Like, Emma said it perfectly. Invite people to a free challenge group. That's okay to invite people right away because it's free. You know what I mean? That's just all beneficial to them. You're just adding value and, giving them free resources and a free way to get on track. I think that's great. But as far as, like, inviting to your actual challenge group, it's all about building that relationship beforehand. And so you can do that either by, like I said, like, starting conversations and just talking with people, or inviting them to a free challenge group, or if it's somebody that maybe you've talked to before, but they didn't commit, starting that conversation back up, checking in and seeing how they're doing. It's so important to be building a relationship, because that's how you don't sound salesy, you guys. I know that so many of you guys are like, I don't want to sound like a salesperson. How do I go about, hitting Success Club without being salesy? That's how you don't be salesy. Because what do salespeople want to do? They want to sell stuff. So how do we not sell stuff? We lead with the intention to want to help people, and we're genuine, and we build relationships. That's how you don't become salesy. honestly. Like, that's the key to it. So if you don't want to sound salesy, I know none of us do, building relationships is like the most important part. So just, you know, you have to just start talking to people, you know, and like Emma said, add value to them. The clean eating challenges are excellent for that, especially during the holidays. Now is a really great time to think of, you know, within the next few weeks of when you could run your next free clean eating challenge. And Emma and I both have our documents on our websites for you guys. If you want to run a clean eating challenge and maybe you haven't done it yet, we both have the free 5-day clean eating and also the 6-day shred. Both of those are going to be great. They're just different meal plans. But, you know, the resources are there for you guys. So definitely utilize that to build relationships and build trust with people, because that's just going to help you plant that seed and help people, you know, earn your trust, so that, you know, they will hopefully transition into one of your challenge groups in the future. So the last thing that is like most important about, you know, finishing the month strong is planting seeds. So, you know, we talk about this all the time, planting seeds. Like, what does that mean? It means just talking to people and, you know, it's just going over everything that we just did. You know what I mean? Like, plant as many seeds as you can, because those seeds are going to bloom in the new year. Honestly, like, that's how it works. Because, you know, people right now, maybe they're still a little bit hesitant, but I promise you, like, the new year in January is when people are ready to commit and they want to get started. You know what I mean? So if you're planting, you know, the more seeds you plant, the more flowers are going to bloom, right? I mean, it's pretty straightforward. So it's just about being consistent and reaching out and talking to as many people as you want, you know? Think about your goals and your why and, you know, what you really want. You want to start growing your business, like, big time, you know, plant more seeds, you know? Just keep going. And that's going to be, like, the most important thing for you to do through the end of the year. Like, most importantly, it's just continue talking to people, start new conversations, expanding your network, following up, and planting lots and lots and lots and lots of seeds, because that's really what it's about, you know?
Yeah. Also, like, I want to just touch base with, because it is the new year, so there's going to be a lot of people coming to you, I'm sure, especially if they've been watching you for, you know, a month or two now even, you know, asking you what you're doing and how you're losing weight, because all these people are now making, you know, New Year's resolutions of losing weight. I just want to remind you guys to always ask them questions. So I know sometimes we can get excited and be like, oh my gosh, they're really excited with what I'm doing. Like, I'm just going to blurt them, you know, everything that's in this 21-day fix challenge pack. Like, just slow down, remember to connect, ask them questions, you know, what's their why do they want to get healthy for the new year, you know, why are they making this New Year's resolution? Ask them, you know, why? That's a perfect question, because when it comes back down to it, and it comes back down to them, you know, saying, oh, I guess I just don't have, you know, the money right now. Great, you know, they might not have the money right now, but when they say that, you go back to their why. Why are they making this New Year's resolution to get healthy? You know, do they want to overcome diabetes? Do they want to end the trend in their family? You know, things like that. So just really connect with them, and it's a great time for the new year to connect with people on a deeper level, because they're coming to you for a reason, you know, for starting a new year, a new leaf, basically. And Alexa and I were talking also, and we really want you guys to go for no. So I don't know if you guys have read the book, but we're going to do a contest this month. Both of our teams, so Let Your Light Shine and Ignition, it'll be separate, but we're going to be doing it kind of together. So the person with the most no's, or the first person to 100 no's. What do we want?
I'd say the most.
The most? Okay. So the person with the most no's gets a prize. But it's not just going to be like a little prize. It's going to be like something legit. So we really want you guys to push for no, because I think that's important for my business. I know Alexa does it. It's not a bad thing. No just means not right now. And I want you guys to get over that fear of no, because you're going to hear it a lot in this business. No matter if you're talking to someone about a challenge pack or about something else, you will hear it in this business. And it can be hard. it's, you can feel defeated because you feel like you've put so much time in talking to this person. But that's okay. You're planting seeds. You're going out there and you're finding no, because those no's are going to turn into yeses. So, yeah, so go for no. We'll put a document in our team pages to keep track of who has no's, and I'll put the directions, but you need to put their name and everything. Like, it has to be legit. So, we did this. When did we do this? It was in summer. It was like July, I think.
Yeah. It worked really well.
Sarah the winner? Sarah,
yeah,
right?
And that was the month that she got the most Success Club points. That's what I wanted to share. So Sarah Chaluti was the first one to get to 100 no's, which basically means, like, people who told her, no, I'm not able to sign up for a group right now. And she got to 100 no's, but at the same time, she also hit the highest number of Success Club points that she ever has. So there's a correlation there. If you have more no's, you're going to have more yeses. So
yeah, they say it usually takes 12 no's to get one yes.
Yep.
So, yeah.
So we want you guys to focus right now on getting as many no's as possible, because not only are you going to get lots of yeses if you're hitting lots of no's, but you're also planting a crap ton of seeds that are going to bloom in the new year, and those no's are all going to become yeses. So this is going to be like a big one. We really want you guys to push, which is why we're going to have a really sweet prize for it. So you want to win. You want to be the one with the most no's. And it goes from now until the end of the month. So the 31st.
Yep. So yeah. So that'll be really good. Can they ask questions? Does anyone have any questions or any comments or anything?
Yeah. If you have questions, go ahead and type them on the sidebar over here. Desiree says, anyone having trouble with the feed stalling and going back to earlier moments of the call? But I don't know if that's just her computer or what. Hopefully no one else is having issues. If you are, please let us know.
What do I hit to see the conversation?
The Q&A.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah. You guys have any questions for us? Really, I mean, we tell you this stuff all year, and it's no different, but we just really want you to be, laser focused and do your best to just, really stay consistent, you guys, to the end of the year, because it's going to pay off big time next month if you do. So just focus back on those key things,
Yeah, and start talking about your January challenge groups now. If you're not running a test group, that's fine. Start talking about your, healthy after the holidays challenge group coming up starting January 5th, whatever. Partner up with someone and start talking about that now so that people know that you have it coming up. It's always good. Can the no's consist of people you've asked before and they still say not now? Yeah, you're following up with them. So they're still, Samantha, I'm answering your question. Yeah, that's fine because you're still following up with them and asking them if they're ready right now. So, yes, because you could follow up with them and you may think they're going to say not now, but they will say yes. So, yeah, follow up, use it, use them. So,
yeah, use that. Go ahead. Follow up with everybody. Yeah. Yes, for sure.
Any no counts.
Yep, good question, Sam.
Any other questions?
Good one. No.
I have any questions that I've been getting. Oh, if you guys, I don't know if any of you guys saw, but in my team page I posted just a quick video. It's on my YouTube as well, just on how to do MailChimp and tinyURL. I just wanted to clarify for those of you that were confused or wondering, what we were doing. So I just made a quick video, screen shared with you, so it should be laid all out there for you guys to do. So just wanted to let everyone know.
Awesome. Any other things as we finish out the new year? Anything else?
Oh, Erin. So do our challenge groups be anything like PIO, or do they have to be a certain thing? Yeah, so I guess this is a good question for new coaches. So if you're a new coach and you haven't run a challenge group, usually I do different programs. So it's a 30-day challenge group, but I'll have like any program going on. Sometimes I'll do like just a 21-day fix. You can really make it your own. You can do just a PIO. I mean, it's really up to you how you want to make it. This is your business, so I mean, if you want to just have one set program or if you want to have them all, go for it. And usually when I have like a challenge group with like all of the programs, I'll have like all of the starter guides and stuff in the files for every program, just so people have, you know, every file that they really need if they're doing a certain program. So, you have anything to add to that, Alexa? Or?
Yeah, so that's a really good question. And I think it really just depends on the challengers that you get. What I generally do, and I think Emma does this too, you know, with the exception of the test groups, because when we do test groups, obviously that's just going to be for that program, but I'll usually say, like, you know, my Healthy for After the Holidays challenge is starting on January 5th. And say, you know, just depending on what people are signing up with, you know, I honestly, and I think that this is true for everybody, like 21-day fix tends to be what a lot of people go to for their first program, right? So sometimes, you know, I'll get all 21-day fixers, and so then I can cater my challenge group, and I'll be like, okay, it'll be just, you know, mainly 21-day fix. Sometimes I get people who are doing all different programs, and it'll be a mix. So it really just kind of depends. And, you know, I remember one month I got like an equal amount of 21-day fix and PIO people. So I decided to just split them separately so that they could all, you know, be with, you know, people that are all doing the same program. I'm not saying that having it, I usually do mixed programs, but it really just depends. So I kind of play it by ear. I just say, hey, this is the date of my challenge group. And then it all depends really on the people who are signing up and, you know, what they get, and then throughout the month I kind of figure out, you know, how I'm going to run my group specifically. So hopefully that answers your question.
Yeah, perfect. So Salma asked if I posted the email for Max 30. No, I haven't yet. I'll do that right when I get off the call. Sorry I haven't done that yet. I have just been so, like, all over the place today. And Ashley Rodriguez, good question. What if you have followed up with someone and they have not answered back to you but have read it? Hashtag awkward, LOL. I love that. So I would wait. Maybe I would take that as I would take that as a no. But I would follow up within the next month. And you know, when people are not responding, don't think that they just aren't responding because they don't want to. They may have clicked on it and then like totally forgot about it. So when people don't respond, usually I'll message them and say, hey, I just wanted to follow up with what we had chatted about before. Let me know if you're still interested in joining my challenge group, but if now's not the time, totally fine. I'll check up with you later, or I'll check up with you, you know, next month when my next challenge group's starting up. Something like that, so you just, you know, they know that it's okay, that they can't commit right now. And a lot of the time they'll be like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I totally thought I responded, you know. And if they don't respond still, then well, whatever. It happens. So just know that you're not the only person that's experienced that.
Definitely not. I get people ignoring me all the time. But just like Emma said, like I'll actually follow up with them a couple times, and my last message I'll just be like, hey, just wanted to let you know, maybe if now is not a good time, that's totally okay. I run new groups every month and would love to have you, and I'll be sure to check back with you, something like that. I just take the pressure off them. So just like Emma said, let them know it's okay if they can't commit, and just let them know that you're here whenever they're ready, and that you will check back with them so that they know. They know that you're going to remember them and that you're going to follow up with them down the road. So that's a good question. But just so you know, it happens all the time. It's definitely not just you. I literally have that happen like 5 million times a day. So.
There was another question that you put
I
up
know.
there.
Yeah, I accidentally deleted it. But she said, how many people do you usually have in your first challenge group? That was her question, Sharona.
First challenge group like ever?
Yeah.
I mean, it really varies. For me, I always ran a challenge group with someone else, so we always had about like 10 people total. I think we like would focus on getting like 5 people. But even if you can get like 2 or 3, I mean, I think the reason why comparing or not comparing, being running groups together at first is really helpful because you don't have that many people interested at first. So for them, it's better because they have a lot more people that they can talk to in the challenge group and they can connect with. So it doesn't have to be a huge group, but you do want to have at least like 5 to 10, I would say, because if it's too small, they're not going to engage. But if it gets too big, then people can hide. And you're always going to have people that hide. And you're always going to have challenge groups that fade, that go out. I mean, it happens. It happens with all of us. So don't feel like, because you aren't running kick-ass challenge groups right off the bat, that, it's not ever going to happen. I mean, my challenge groups have gotten like 20 times better since I started. I mean, it's all a learning process. You're always learning. You're always learning how to grow and to do things better. Yeah.
Yep. And I definitely, Emma, you said it perfect. I really think it's super important to run groups with other coaches, or if you want to, I've opened this up to my new coaches as well. If you have like a couple people, you can always add them to my groups. But teaming up with other coaches who have just a couple people too is such a great way to do it. I really think like 10 is like the sweet spot. 5 to 10 is perfect, just like Emma said. But we always talk about like hitting like Success Club 5 means that you're consistently growing your business, and that's 3 people. I think that if you get like 2 to 3 people in your challenge groups every month and can team up with someone else, then you are golden. You're doing a great job. So don't think, especially if you're a new coach, don't think that you have to run your own group and fill it up with tons of people right away, because chances are that won't happen, and that's okay. That's usually how it goes. It's slower when you first start, but teaming up with other coaches is definitely a great way to go.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so Erin said, so you start a challenge group and invite people who have never heard of Beachbody, and you say it's free, but they have to buy a workout pack. How do you approach that? Okay, so for the free 5-day clean eating, usually I'm connecting with people who I've just connected with, and then I just say, hey, I'm running a free 5-day clean eating challenge group, and basically the only thing that I require them to do is to go to my teambeachbody.com or go to teambeachbody.com and create a free account and put me as their coach. And that's the only thing I require with my 5-day free clean eating. And then I put them in the group. So once they've done that, then they can go into the group. And then in my group, in my 5-day free clean eating, towards the very end, I will talk about my challenge group upcoming the following month, and that you do have to have a workout program in Shakeology or whatever you want to make the requirements. So that way they know that that is the requirement for my next challenge group, but they were able to be in this challenge group and get, a 5-day or 6-day meal plan for free. So you're offering them something of value for free at first. You're building their trust. You're connecting with them so that they're more apt to trusting you later on when they're ready to commit to a program. I hope that makes sense.
Yep. Perfectly said.
Okay. And then Desiree.
I'm doing a free clean eating group now. I had 8 people show interest, but now I only have 1 interacting in the group. Any ideas how to remedy this? That definitely happens. I hope you know. Yeah. It's not anything that you're doing. What I really would do is make sure that you're number 1 leading by example, which I'm sure you're doing, but make sure you're interacting and that you're commenting on the post, just like you're a challenger. You could also shoot the other people a message and be like, hey, haven't seen you post in the clean eating challenge, everything going okay, wanted to make sure you're seeing the posts. would love to make sure that you're interacting and engaging or something like that. You could like just shoot those people a message so that they see, because maybe sometimes they haven't seen it yet or something like that. But just know that that happens sometimes. Like people, you know what I mean? Just like Emma said, when we first started our challenge groups, they were like, sometimes some of them are duds, and that's okay. But what you have to really understand is that one person that who is interacting and who is posting, she's probably getting so much out of the group, even though everybody else isn't participating. For us as coaches, like watching the group and being in other groups and seeing how they work, when everybody isn't participating, sometimes we're like, come on, you guys, like start talking. But for me, my very first challenge group that I was in was just clean. It was a month. It was just clean eating and Shakeology. It actually didn't even have a fitness program. And Lauren talks to me about this now because she says it was like one of her slowest, like most boring groups she's ever run. But that was the first group I had ever been in. I didn't know any better, and all I knew was that it was helping me stay accountable. So I logged in every day. I didn't care if everybody else wasn't posting. I still saw the daily post. I commented. I followed it perfectly every day. I loved it. It kept me accountable. Like seeing her posts kept me accountable, and I used it, to keep myself on track. Yeah, of course, when people are interacting and stuff like that, definitely makes a big difference. But honestly, just remember that even if you are having a slower group, those people who are interacting and who are participating are still getting so much out of it. So just remember, keep interacting with that girl, keep participating right along with her. And also remember that the people who are participating, especially when nobody else is, that is like a red flag to me that they could potentially be a really great coach. So, and just following up with her on, joining and continuing her journey in another, like a challenge, like a fitness challenge group. So, yeah, Emma, do you have anything to add to that?
No, I think that was great.
Yeah.
That's the same thing I would do. So.
Yep, it happens. Just know it's nothing against you. I've literally had groups where I'm just like, okay, am I talking to myself right now? But it happens, and they'll get better. And it happens every once in a while. But you're not doing anything wrong. Just keep leading by example. So
the ones that are posting are the ones that want to be there.
Yep, so, for sure.
That's the people you want to put your time into. So.
Yep, exactly. Anybody else have any other questions at all? I think we covered. Those are some really good questions. I know that we probably have some new coaches on, because Emma and I both have been adding, and both of our teams have been adding a lot of new coaches lately. So if you're a new coach on the call, we're excited that you're here. You're here at a very exciting time, and hopefully this was helpful for you.
Hopefully we'll have our faces showing next week.
Well, what'd you say?
I said hopefully we'll have everyone's faces showing next week.
Oh, yeah.
We're still just trying to, this is our second week using this.
I know, we'll figure it out.
So we'll figure it out, promise. Because I like seeing your faces. Yeah, is it no other questions? Going once? I feel like it.
All right. Well,
okay.
If you don't have any more questions, then hope you guys have a great night, and thanks for logging on.
Yeah, and if you guys think of anything else or any other questions, let us know. Team page, whatever. So, all right, have a good night.
Night, guys.
Bye.